Hi, do you have a lot of childhood trauma? Do you like drawing and also writing? Do you have a head canon for a TV show that you like that you prefer over the canon of the TV show? Is it possible that you may be neurodivergent? Then get your pencil ready because you are eligible to create OCs, otherwise known as OCs are fictional personas created by fans or artists, often within a specific fictional universe or community. Now that's different from the classical original characters, or COC as I like to call them, because they're basically imaginary friends that only exist within the head of the creator. So for the most part, they're more of a concept than a character. Creators will dress like their OCs, they'll think like their OCs, they'll create mood boards on Pinterest that kind of describe the vibe of the OC. They might even get a little freaky with their OCs. I mean, I've seen people get... I'm not trying to out myself, I'm just saying. OCs are very versatile. They can be whatever you want them to be. And for a lot of people, they are a good coping mechanism. I'm guilty as charged, man. I had OCs back in high school, and guess what? They got me through that. I didn't really talk to anybody, but I did write my OCs, and I did kind of draw, and I drew them in like situations and all that. You know, I was having a great time. But the more I involved myself in the OC community, I started to notice a couple things. There was primarily two kinds of OC creators. There's the I like creating OCs because I love creating OCs. And then there's the person that's just like, man, I'm too lazy to write the story for this character, so I'm just gonna keep it super vague. Like, I'll be edging you guys with like super cool lore and like character designs, but you're not getting anything else out of this OC because I'm too lazy to write. Those creators are super annoying. And that was me. That was me back in the day. That was me. Little me. They weren't actually making like OCs that were gonna stay in the internet space and like in their life and in their brain. They were making COCs.
Do you suffer from a lack of a father figure? Do you have clinical depression? Have you ever accidentally broke?
Classical original characters are the characters that we see in like movies and books and whatever else there is in the world that tells a story. I ain't saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that they're different, and that's okay. However, I do have a preference. I happen to like COC because it happens to be what I am trying to go for. I want to make stories with a structured narrative, similar to Western and Eastern comics, maybe even some film. I like film. So this video is I'm speaking to those artists who are trapped in the OC world when they really want to be in the structured narrative world. Step one to actually breaking away from these OCs that you hate them, is actually making something, anything. If, when you started out on your art journey, you had the goal to make a comic, then you probably would have broken the process down into something like this. I need characters, I need a setting, I need a plot. And let's say you started with the characters. The first thing you may have written is the backstory. And that's the first trap. Big OC does not want you to know this one key thing. The actual big difference between OCs and COCs is the themes. Because classical characters live inside of a narrative, they are subject to the themes of that story. Themes are just the message that the story wants to convey. Zum Beispiel, the central message of My Little Pony is the power and importance of friendship. Throughout the show, they explore how friendship can help us overcome our differences with people, how we can learn and grow as a person from the people we surround ourselves with, and also that we can get super sick friendship superpowers when we have friends. Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah, that's right! You show 'em! You show 'em! You show 'em! Everything the ponies do are in service to that theme. They always center around friendship is power, or magic, or whatever. It's not like I watched that show. It was like my sister, when we were younger, had the rights to the TV, so she put it on all the time. Rarity and Fluttershy are the best ones, by the way. I love those two. But when Twilight Sparkle's in her human form, I mean, I was like 12, bro. That was sick. Comment who your favorite of the main 6 is down below, please. I don't want to be alone. To continue with the difference, we can just take a look at the My Little Pony community. No, not that community, not that one. This one. It's this one. Everybody was making OCs about the ponies back in the day. Like, I gotta be honest, man, there was a lot. But these ponies didn't have anything to do with the actual story. They didn't even, like, they talked about friendship, sure, but they didn't really care about friendship. They were there as like self-inserts or as the personas of the creators that happened to like the show. That is another type of OC, is the self-insert, but that's not what we're talking about today. Refocus on the point. The point is, OCs have no theme, COCs used in narratives have themes. Decide on a theme and use that theme to create the characters that you want in your story. That way, they will be enslaved to it, and they will have to make decisions in order to progress the story that you wrote surrounding this idea. The backstories of all these characters will also be connected to the themes. Now that we have our characters sorted out, we can actually get to the part where we make something. OCs usually just inhabit the void. They interact with characters from other stories or just kind of vibe out in an AU that the creator made. They're just kind of there, you know. If homes are to us what stories are to characters, then OCs are homeless. Which is fun for some people to make. Like, some people actually like doing this, and that's totally fine. They like doing it, they can do it. But if you want to build a home for your characters, let's get started on making something. Come on, you got this. You can do it. Make your comic, make your movie or your book or whatever. Oh, you thought I was gonna do it in this video? You thought it was me? I was gonna do that in this video about this? No, I'm gonna do that in my next video. Not this one. All right, you can skip like 10 seconds. I'm gonna yap. This one's for all the artists who just put a limit on themselves and say, I'm too lazy to do it today, okay? We are David Goggins this drawings right now. Who's gonna sketch the sketches? Who's gonna draw the drawings, bro? Come on, I'm gonna read your stories. You're gonna make them. Let's say you wanna make manga. If you tell yourself, I'm going to make manga later when I am better at making manga, how does that make sense? You have to make the manga now. You have to practice now. If I want to get good at drawing people, I draw people. If I want to get good at drawing boats, I draw the boats. If I want to lift the boats, I will carry the boats. If I want to make manga, I try to make manga. I practice. I get better at it because I'm making it more, and I practice the things that I want to see in the manga. Come on. Hold nothing sacred. Even your best ideas are not sacred. Destroy them. Use them in the story. See if they're actually good. Apply them to the story and then see if you even want to do it. Are you scared someone's going to steal your idea because it's such a good idea? What if the idea sucks? You're not going to know unless you make the idea work. If you do it, just one page. Just make one page of a comic, okay? Like make 2 pages if you have to. If you really have to, make like 6. Make 6 pages the most, okay? And then you'll get better. Then you'll get good. That's how you do it. Okay, so I'm not the best at naming characters. I kind of just go for whatever I think is cool. Like, originally this character's name was going to be Apple, for example. And then I was like, yeah, I could probably do better. So I chose the name Olivia. Why? I don't know. It's just a name. Don't ask. In the story, I will be playing around with the idea of, like, having lost something, and then if you could go back in time and get it, would you do that, even if that meant sacrificing, like, the whole world, because, like, now the timeline's forever altered or whatever. So I thought it was pretty clever of me to make the main character a cyborg. I mean, I feel pretty cool. She's still so cool. She is so cool. On her forearms, near the elbows, she's got this circle stuff. That is a generator to create electricity, and then when she has enough of it, it kind of like goes out. I'm making motions with my hands. You can't see them, but they kind of they go out like those plasma balls with like all the electricity, like that. And then the elbow joint, it's like kind of like a little square box thing. That's because it's a brake. It stops the circle generator thing from spinning because it spins. So that's like an off and on switch for her electricity. Also, Olivia's face got torn off, and so she wears like a fake face. That's like my second favorite part about her. My first favorite part about her is her arms. This guy is the antagonist. His name is Anton. He lost his family in a very important but also bloody historical event that kind of altered the course of their timeline's history. And he wants to go back and save his family, which would probably throw off everything and lead to the destruction of their timeline, resulting in Olivia losing everyone she holds dear. In order to save his family, he's going back in time to kill the super genius of their timeline. This guy was supposed to be the third character, and this third character is supposed to be like a super genius nerd guy who made all these robots that contributed to the technology that like Olivia has, for example, on her arms. And this technology is an instigator of the bloody historical event thingy that happens. I haven't figured out a design for him yet, so I'm going to work on him a little bit more, but right now his name is, I can't even remember his name, actually. That's the 2.5 characters that I prepared for my comic that you'll see in the next video. I don't usually talk about my OCs to anybody, so I'm flushed. I am embarrassed right now. Not because they're bad, just because like these are like my OCs. That's part of the reason why I don't like OCs, because like I make them and then I have to show them to people, and I get embarrassed while like showing them to people, because it's like, oh, this is your little fantasy head character that you have, and I'll be like, yeah, that it is. And they look at me all weird. They look at me weird when I show them these things. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not a weirdo. I just want to make really cool stories. I just want to make stories. Whatever. You get it. You understand it's a character, right? I made this. Very cool.